or between players, but now in the best of 3, you can pretty much bang out almost 3 games right now, back-to-back, with little to no delay. So I hope people really like that.
Yeah, no, absolutely. As we are getting set, Drewbie just doing one final comment there. Here's the cam on the right, as you guys can see, and DMY or Dummy or Damonfier is the player on the left cam there, and we are going to go to a more Zerg favored here, Metalopolis. Obviously, Drewbie most likely downvoting Scrap Station in his selection there, so that's a pretty smart maneuver from a tournament standpoint. Dummy getting the western spawn, Drewbie getting the eastern spawn, obviously a ZVT here. Yeah, really, really good. Drewbie does have 1 up on here, so then this best of 3, so he'll have a shorter road, I guess. I don't want to say uphill, downhill kind of thing. Definitely an uphill for Dummy, though, for sure. I can't say Drewbie's got a downhill slide, as he was under constant pressure in that first game. Just calm and cool, though, as Drewbie generally is, and just locked it off. So cross positions here on Metalopolis will give a little bit more of an advantage, and to the Zerg, I believe, as he will be able to expand more freely away from his opponent, which is what Zergs want to do. Drewbie showing us a quick expand factory Hellion pre-igniter tank build, actually. So very interesting on close positions there. Very versatile. It worked. It works against roaches. So that's good to see. So we'll see how this one plays out, as this is only the second round here of the Canadian Cup Grand Finals down at the DNA Internet Cafe in Richmond, British Columbia. We're about a 5-10 minute drive out of Vancouver, and then a quick SkyTrain out of Vancouver if you guys are near the area. Really awesome location. Special thanks to the owner here, and we want to give a shout out to all our sponsors for the Canadian Cup tournament. Obviously, Jinx, Sennheiser, Coca-Cola, and A-Power, just awesome sponsors. All the prizes are being given out today, as well as the cash prizes. $1,700 cash, pretty much taken from the registration pool. First place player is going to win $1,000 cash. Second place player is $500 cash, and third place player will take home a cool $200 cash. So all the prize distribution, please check it out at l2sc.net. If you guys have any questions about that, check it out, or make a post on the stream chat there, where we're going to be in and out of that all day as we getting players set up here. Dummy is opening up with a fast expand very, very early on 13 hatch, 14 pool. So very standard Zerg fast expand. Drewbie doing a more reliable build, I think, this time than his fast expanding Terran build. So he is going to, on 1 gas, going to get the tech lab up and get his wall in, as that poor drone is stuck inside, waiting for his imminent death, as the Reaper from Drewbie is being spawned first. Drewbie will use the Reaper to actually scout out, obviously, the positions. He is just reaching Dummy's front now, seeing that he has fast expanded. Don't think he's going to throw down a bunker or anything like that, as the spawning pool is getting on to the right positioning, but we'll see what Dummy or what... Drewbie is actually going to throw down a little bit of a challenge at the lower ramp there.
Yeah, Reaper coming out actually for Drewbie, so he is putting down a bunker and started supply depot. That is really awesome play here from Drewbie. He knows he doesn't have time to get everything finished at once, especially since he has only 1 SCV there, so he does the block off with the supply depot, so you cannot surround the bunker, and he's now going to concentrate on building the supply depot, keeping that health up. He's probably going to bring another SCV here to help build the bunker, and by the time the Reaper gets there, the Reapers are going to be able to do massive amounts of damage to these drones, as the drones just see there at the last second. Oh my goodness, there is a Reaper there, and even though the supply depot is on fire, it is now being repaired by the SCV. This is absolutely amazing play coming here from Drewbie. Even though there are 2 Zerglings here, there is a Reaper, there is a bunker ready to go. I'd expect 1 more SCV at least to come here from Drewbie to go and help build the second bunker at the same time to repair any damage, as Zerglings on hold position, unfortunately getting taken out by this Reaper. This Reaper going to have a lot of trouble here in a few moments, as his Queen now has the high ground advantage. Reaper now backing out there, and will hopefully go inside the bunker, and we'll be able to target fire the hatchery after that. But look at that, Minecrawler gonna come up here, and that will help him a lot. Oh no, look at that, repositioning replacing that Minecrawler and canceling it once again, as
Drewbie has pretty much locked in his position here. He's going to almost completely deny this natural expansion from Dummy. Very, very tough position for Dummy, as he is going to try to run around. Drewbie's wall is closed in. He won't be able to break this down. Drewbie is going to get a command center and 2 more racks started, so he has pretty much locked his opponent, and this is a very, 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 very tough position for Dummy. This Queen is not even able to successfully do damage from the high ground. This is amazing positioning here from Drewbie, and that SCV is hiding in the bunker as well, just to supply. So this hatchery is going to be completely denied. Dummy's set way back. As you can see, Drewbie has pulled ahead in terms of his incoming everything like that. So, spine crawler from the high ground, but this bunker is not gonna. He'll be able to salvage this, I believe, before taking any losses here.
Yeah, he'll be able to salvage that as well as taking down the hatchery of his opponent, and as well as dodging the broodlings from coming out there. Going to try and keep this bunker or this supply depot up as long as he can, but that supply depot is going to go down. 100 minerals gone down to the drain, but I think it was definitely worth it because he killed so many drones. He killed the hatchery, which itself is worth 300 minerals, as well as forcing him to build more queens than he needs. And that queen could be used as a creep tumor maker, but who knows? We will just have to wait and see what Dummy has to combat against this, as he does have metabolic boost right now going on the way, but Drewbie very much farther ahead in his macro because he does have Stimpack Marine Shields being researched, as well as keeping on top of his STP production, as well as building 2 reactors in his base. I'm not sure exactly what those reactors are for, possibly for a factory, but also could be possibly for a mass marine push sooner or later. But oh, look at that, Marauders actually not too good against those Zerglings, but going to be good nonetheless in the final battle when he faces against buildings like such as spine crawlers or roaches, if he decides to go for roaches. As oh, look at that, actually Dummy decides that he's going to stick with the 2 base and go for that expansion once again. He's going to stick with it, so interesting. See if he can delay Drewbie from attacking him long enough, as that's probably going to be the most key part of this game, is if he can stop Drewbie from attacking his base, stop any drops, then he could force it so that he has enough macro to actually make a decent army against Drewbie's production capacity, as Drewbie is also grabbing his own fast expansion.
Yeah, see, Drewbie's going to get his natural down. He has taken a commanding lead in terms of workers, as we can see here. Drewbie is fully saturated on his gas and everything like that. Dummy is basically still on 1 gas, just trying to survive here. He's going to get banelings up to try to counter the pressure that Drewbie's going to put on here from the 5 racks that he has produced. So I don't know where the other racks went. Oh, they're there. So there's 4 racks, and 1 bunker going down on the low ground. So lots of pressure here from Drewbie, and he's going to basically be in a position to really hold this game. And as looks like Dummy's just going to try to push in with Baneling Zergling to see if he can hold it off. I don't know if he'll be successful. There's a lot of Marauders being added to Drewbie's ball. Marauders are very successful versus Banelings, are very good at eating the Baneling damage. So that Baneling's nest is finished. He isn't going to morph anything yet. Instead, just still poking around. As Drewbie has started saturating his, rarely saturated his natural, so it's really kind of in Drewbie's control right now. He does need just the single win here to close this series, as Dummy is behind still 1 game in this best of 3. So Dummy is actually getting up now on his second base. Saturation still quite a bit behind, almost 14 workers behind. So quite a big advantage for Drewbie. So Reaper enters the bunker to shoot off the Zerglings. Drewbie's just kind of poking around, doesn't want to let any Banelings get morphed here unnecessarily. Layer Tech is just finishing for Dummy at the 10-minute mark here, so you can see how far behind that initial kind of bunker harass from Drewbie put him. And I don't know, truthfully, what his Tier 2 tech. He's going to get onto Banelings now. Banelings being morphed somewhere in the center ground, I'm guessing, or up locally. Yeah, they are being made locally at the base there. Zergling's still just poking around as Drewbie's ball continues to grow against Dummy. Drewbie is going to be on +1 weapons as well very shortly, and that will give him another huge advantage. So Drewbie has completed Stim. He has completed combat shields. His Marauders do have concussive shells. This ball is looking to end the game right here.
Yeah, I think the very late second gas for Dummy was really the demise in this situation, because he had the Banelings up, and then you look at his base and only was harvesting out of 1 gas. Didn't have any income at all to support mass Baneling production, because what he should have done is when he was harassed in that base, he needed to go get that second gas, stockpile a whole bunch of gas and minerals, and then just make mass Banelings and try and steamroll the Terran player, take a couple losses, make the Terran player reset back to having no units, and then hopefully get your expansion up and running and make it so that you'll be able to deny the Terran player any sort of advantage when we get into the meta game. Because right now, looking at the advantage of Drewbie, he has a huge army that he's been building since the beginning of the game, and really with no damage coming from Dummy, it's going to be a lot of hurt coming his way, and I don't care what universe you're from, that's going to hurt.
Yeah, this is going to be really, really tough. Drewbie is moving in. The Banelings are getting morphed, so he will have a good supply of Banelings here. These medevacs are going to be able to just keep the damage up. A little bit of a surround coming. Banelings just cutting into the Marauders. Marines doing a good job of getting out of there from Drewbie. Not enough Marine damage here to be able to do significant damage, and now Drewbie is going to continue his push. There's just not enough. 20 Zerglings being morphed in quickly by Dummy here. Drones are going to go in there. He does. Drewbie force attacks the hatchery there and loads up. Is forced to get out there as the drones actually added pretty significant damage, but does cut out the expansion here from Dummy and sets Dummy back on a 1 base. Going to completely cripple, as you can see here, his income. It's going to be really tough. Spire Tech just finishing for Dummy, but only on 1 base. He is not going to be able to support Mutalisk because he is throwing down that hatchery for this 3rd time this game.
Yeah, I also expected to see some sort of upgrades going down for his ground army since he's going for this mass Zergling strategy. I really expected to see a lot more upgrades going down for his units, at least attacks level 1 and carapace level 1 for his Zerglings. That would have helped him immensely, especially against those Marines. Marines do significantly less damage to Zerglings when those Zerglings have that +1 armor. As right now, the entire army of Drewbie getting healed up by these medevacs. It looks like he's going to go in for a 2nd run. This is really showing you the great restraint that Drewbie has, is that he knows that, okay, I could go and push in and try and take out Dummy right now because I know he doesn't have anything in his main, or I could back out with my medevacs, heal up my army, kind of recoup my losses, and then come in for a 2nd push that I know will crush him. And even with these Mutalisk tiers, it's going to be very, very difficult for Dummy to actually hold this off. He has a lot of Zerglings, a couple Banelings, but there we go. Dummy, GG, well played. And I got to say, that's definitely true. Drewbie showing his skill and his experience, that even though he may not have the best of the best in some areas, he does have that restraint that gives him that huge advantage in terms of not overcommitting yourself to these